Tonight, the SGA listens to students' concerns.
Plus a musical on campus. Stay tuned. Troy TrojanVision News starts now.
From the High Definition Production Center of Troy University's Broadcast and Digital Network at Troy, Alabama's International University, this is Troy TrojanVision News.
Hello and welcome to Troy TrojanVision News for April 5th, 2016. I'm Samantha Charles.
And I'm Haley Greathouse. Thank you for joining us this evening.
It's the first of another month, and for the Student Government Association, that means sitting in for TC Table Tuesday to hear students' requests and complaints for a better campus. Christy Henderson has the story.
Got complaints about student parking? The Student Government Association wants to hear your suggestions to finding a solution. Do you think more light posts should be spread through campus for your safety? The SGA wants to know. That's because on the first Tuesday of every month, SGA sponsors TC Table Tuesday, which gives students the chance to fill out a form informing the association about the campus complaint and offering a fix to the issue.
It's a really good time for students to address their concerns with the student body and even tell us how they think that we can improve as a student government. We just have a form and you can fill out your name, your major, and any concerns that you might have, and even your email address, and we try to directly respond to all of your comments and all of your requests.
And by respond, Dick, doesn't mean that you'll just receive an email being thanked for filling out a form with a suggestion. It means that these issues are planned to be addressed in an upcoming SGA meeting.
Even little things such as the Shack Quad is dark, the SGA can fight and rally to have light posts put in. So then the SGA will write a resolution passing to the university to have more lights on campus. It starts with the request and then there's work from there.
TC Table Tuesday isn't just for students making suggestions on improving the university, but also a chance to provide suggestions on improving the SGA.
I think we're always trying to improve as a student government. We are here to be the whole student body's voice and not just one select group of people. So I really think, being vulnerable, being translucent, letting students know that we truly do represent them and they can come talk to us, I think hopefully that'll improve the student body as a whole.
SGA meets every Tuesday night at 6:30. Christy Henderson, Troy TrojanVision News.
Again, the next SGA meeting will be tonight at 6:30 in the Hall of Honor. All students are welcome to attend.
A young girl, old memories, a cross-country road trip, and self-discovery. These are all a part of the new musical debuting in the Trojan Center. Troy University's Department of Theater and Dance presents Violet, a musical about a young woman who takes a cross-country bus trip seeking healing from a TV preacher. The cast members have put a lot of time into this production.
We've been rehearsing January, February, March, so like three and a half months. Yeah, so yeah, it's been a lot of rehearsals. We've been up all night and doing what we have to do, but the show is well worth it.
Violet makes friends with two young soldiers on her journey and learns it's not what's on the outside that matters.
I think her and Flick connect so well because, back in these times, there were racial times. It's back in the 50s and 40s and 60s. So, her and Flick connect very well because, he's black and he understands how it feels when people make you feel like crap, and he shows her the inner beauty other than the outer beauty.
One actress says her character is emotionally challenging.
The emotional, aspect of this character, having to, step into her shoes and understand what it's like to be judged every time someone looks at you.
Director and cast hope that audience members are able to take a lesson with them as they leave the theater.
To just be reminded that you can't judge a book by its cover and that beauty is more than just what you see on the surface.
You can't wait for someone else to call you beautiful or to say they love you or that you're perfect. You have to find that in yourself because it's not really true unless you believe it.
Shows are Wednesday through Saturday at 7 p.m. and Sunday at 2:30. Tickets can be purchased at the Trojan Center box office. In our Trojan Profile series, we're getting to know some of the members of the Troy University family.
In today's profile, William McCarthy introduces us to the man who wears many hats at Troy University, including appearing on one of the programs here on Troy TrojanVision.
If you ever wondered who takes and posts pictures of Troy's social media accounts such as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, then look no further than Jonathan Sellers.
Initially, my job started out as giving them a video presence for their press releases. Up there, we send out press releases let media know what's going on. Recently I changed and I'm more of a social media manager. I handle all the university's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, everything we have. I'm managing those, and we're also adding videos, pictures, different things like that.
On this set behind me, this is where Sellers thrives. He is the host of TrojanVision's It's Tea Time, where he sits down with all Troy coaches and the athletic director, and he talks about the recap of what's going on in all of Troy athletics.
So this is just a straight interview show. It's Tea Time is bringing in the athletic director. He's letting us know what's going on in the athletic department. We talk to coaches. They let us know how their teams are doing. They give us some insight. So it's just a little more in-depth than Trojan Sports now at letting us see from the coaches, just hear from them, and that's what that is.
One of Sellers' favorite sports is baseball. In fact, Sellers played baseball here at Troy and won a conference championship. To this day, he says he has the best ERA in school history.
Was just kind of an extra person on the roster, but it was a lot of fun getting that experience. My second year, my redshirt freshman year, I got to pitch in 1 inning, and that was at McNeese State. And as I always tell everybody, I have the best ERA in school history because I didn't give up a run in that 1 inning. But it was a fun experience.
One way Sellers keeps in shape is through CrossFit. Where he got the idea is from watching the CrossFit Games on ESPN.
And that's like a bad perception to initially start off with, because those people are the best of the best. They're the 1% or the less than 1%. I mean, those are the elite. So it was very scary to see that and think, average people do this.
William McCarthy, Troy, TrojanVision News.
In our next installment of Trojan Profiles, we will get to know the man behind the scenes here at TrojanVision.
And now taking a look at news from around the state. Authorities have identified 3 people killed in a weekend crash on a highway in Dothan. Houston County Coroner Robert Byrd says 65-year-old Gary Buckley, 16-year-old Kawan Bass, and 18-year-old Raythan Curry all died after 2 cars collided Saturday night at an intersection on Alabama Highway 52 near the limits of Taylor.
Tens of thousands of Alabama residents may have been cut off from food stamps as new work requirements went into effect this month. The change comes after a requirement went back into effect in some states in January. Under the requirement, able-bodied adults without children must be working or be in a training program in order to continue collecting food stamps for more than 3 months in a 3-year period.
More 2 officer police teams are patrolling in Montgomery, Alabama, after a white officer on solo patrol shot and killed a black policeman in February. Police Chief Ernest Finley says 2 men patrol have been assigned to 6 high crime districts in a pilot program that will likely be expanded. Still to come on TrojanVision News, the Trojan baseball team will be back in action tonight. Will they be able to get even with the Bulldogs? Jamal Kennedy has a preview in sports.
Plus, the Wisconsin primaries are underway. We'll have that and more coming up, so stay with us.
Wisconsin voters could change the delegate calculus for the presidential frontrunners. I'm Craig Boswell at the White House. That's coming up.
Troy University's Department of Theater and Dance presents the musical Violet, April 6th through the 10th at the Trojan Center Theater for the Performing Arts. The story of a woman on a cross-country bus trip to find healing from a TV preacher she discovers more than she bargained for. Don't miss this musical, April 6th through the 10th at the Trojan Center Theater for the Performing Arts.
Looks like it's done.
Don't let salmonella get funky with your chicken. On average, 1 in 6 Americans will get a foodborne illness this year. You can't see these microbes, but they might be there. So learn the right temperature to cook each type of meat. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
Now, the latest in Trojan sports on Troy TrojanVision News.
That featured 15 top 100 teams. Your number 53 men's golf team is in 11th place after day 2 of the Hootie at Bulls Bay Intercollegiate. The Trojans were led by freshman Callum Masters, who fired a 3 under 69 on Tuesday, and on the final 6 holes, birdied 5 straight. The freshman is on pace for his 3rd straight top 10 finish. The shot of the day came from junior Clayton Van Noy when he landed a hole-in-one from 172 yards out. It is Van Noy's 2nd career hole-in-one and the first since his freshman year. Troy's final round is set to begin at 7 a.m. Wednesday morning. The Trojans will be paired with NC State and Kentucky. Fatima Fernandez Cano's 6 under 66 round powered both herself and the Troy women's golf team to first place finishes in the Rebel Collegiate that concluded on Sunday. The victory was Cano's 5th on the season and the women's team 3rd overall. The victory didn't come easy, however, as head coach Bart Barnes explains.
Great individual performances, which put together equals a great team performance. I really can't say enough about the group. I thought they played amazing. The conditions were tough. A lot of wind the first couple of rounds, playing a regional length golf course. So I feel like we made a real big statement as far as what this team is capable of, the potential they have, and it's really a testament to all the hard work they put in.
The Trojans will have a 2-week break before heading down to Miramar Beach, Florida for the Sunbelt Conference Championship. The baseball team is coming off a successful weekend where they took 2 of 3 from former conference foe New Orleans. But tonight, the Trojans owe a little payback to an in-state team from Birmingham, as head coach Mark Smart explains.
We host Sanford, and quite honestly, they kind of embarrassed us about a month ago up at their place. They kicked us pretty good. Probably our worst overall game of the year. So I'm hoping that we'll respond and maybe return that favor to them. But anytime you play an in-state game, Aaron, it's important because you know all the kids that we recruited some of their players. They recruited some of ours, very close to their staff. So it's important to win those games. So I hope we'll play well.
The Trojans will welcome the Sanford Bulldogs to Riddle Pace Field tonight. First pitch is set for 6 p.m. It wasn't a successful weekend in terms of wins and losses for the Trojan softball team, but the coaches were proud of the way the team competed out on the diamond. The softball team now turns its head towards an upcoming SEC opponent who isn't doing too bad in the polls, but the team attitude still doesn't change.
We have Auburn, just right down the road from us, but, we love the competition. We love coming in there, and we have nothing to lose, and, no matter what happens, we're going to get better off of this game. And, we take care of Trojan softball. We definitely are going to go in there looking that we are always going to win a ball game. And no matter what, that's what you want to instill in a program, instill just, in an atmosphere, because we want to win, and that's what we're looking to do.
The Trojans will travel to take on the number 2 ranked Auburn Tigers out on the Plains tomorrow evening. First pitch is set for 6 p.m.